Is MSNBC political analyst Howard Fineman, who's the editorial director of the Huffington Post Media Group. Howard, I understand you've got some reporting from inside the Obama camp today in terms of their way forward.
Well, I think the key, Rachel, is this speech was about an action plan, and in order to get it through the Congress, the Obama administration is going to rely to a greater degree than ever on the outside mechanisms that they built to win the campaign, the huge organizational effort that they made, and the independent expenditure effort that they made. I was speaking right after the inauguration ceremony to Frank Greer, one of the most experienced and knowledgeable and important Democratic consultants, who was one of the people in charge of that independent expenditure effort. And he told me he's going to be talking with Jim Messina, the political guy who helped run the campaign, about targeting individual Republican members whom they regard as obstructionists as the president seeks to carry out his agenda. In other words, using the power that they built up in the campaign not only to push in general for their legislation, and you outlined the priorities, but to take on in a really in-the-trenches kind of way individual Republicans that they regard as obstructing the president's agenda. You heard the president almost by name calling out the Republicans when he used that phrase, you know, we're not takers. It's not taking to pursue the agenda we're pursuing. It's something that helps everybody. That was a shot across the bow of Paul Ryan and the other people that the president is going to take on by name through this outside organization.
Howard, do you mean that they're going to be running sort of home state, home district campaign-style ads against individual Republicans on matters of policy?
I don't know that it's that far along in their thinking yet. I don't know that they have it game planned out to that extent. But Frank's point was, to me, why not? He said, this is the way to go. This is the way to use the clout we have, the experience we have, the way we know how as independent expenditure people to place ads, to buy ads on television, on the web, et cetera, use social media, and really call out individual Republicans they regard as the key opponents and obstructionists of the president's agenda. Rachel, this is the way things are evolving on the Hill. The presidency and the campaign for the presidency has become a sort of social media-based, independent expenditure-based exercise. That's what you saw in 2012. And frankly, the president out-organized the Romney campaign, organized circles around them. The next step is to treat Congress like that. Ronald Reagan did it a generation ago. Ronald Reagan really was the first to go over the heads of Congress and use his great appeal as a television personality and communicator, the great communicator, to get his agenda through Congress. Not working the inside game, but working the inside game via the outside game. I think you're going to see that doubled or tripled in the next legislative go-round. That's how the president's going to try to get his agenda through. And that's the way the Congress works now, only as a result of outside social pressure.
Howard Fineman, thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. It's excellent sort of detail on what we've been talking all along in the strategic shift in the second term. I also